Once again, we're back. This is Sir William L.
And Sartorial King.
And this is
Caviar Conversation.
Caviar for breakfast, champagne, 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 bubble bath.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Can't complain.
That's what's up. That's always good to hear.
10 toes down on a Tuesday.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you should be.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm good, man. You know, this week I had like a little crank in my neck.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's gone. You know, too much shoveling.
Little Advil. Little cannabis rub down. You gotta get the little cannabis.
You know, you gotta massage it in there a little
CBD
bit.
oil.
There you
get your lady to do that. Yeah, that's what, you know.
But besides that, I'm good, man. So what's up? What's up? It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. You know, last week we had my man Sugar on here. You know,
Shout out to Sugar. He was a great guest.
Yeah, great guest. You know, talked about Asia and you know through some places I've never been yet. You know, but it's also I'm gonna get those stamps. So
right, for sure.
Just giving us that background. Yeah,
his love for trains.
The love, yeah, for all things metropolitan and systems. But he also makes you look at how cities are run and
right.
How they function. So some stuff I never even really looked at, but that's, shout out to him for having that mindset.
For sure. It was a dope perspective.
That was a good week. Yeah, good week last week. Mm-hmm. But today, it's been a couple things that's been in the news, coming up this past week.
Man, it's been a lot going on in the news.
What touched you? What you got?
So for one that really stuck out to me was the 50% acquisition of our Armand LeBlanc, otherwise known as Ace of Spades by LVMH. So that's a big move, man. That was a big
J
move.
pickup.
A J pickup. That's a J pickup.
Yeah, it's a J pickup. And people don't even know, they weren't even thinking about during this pandemic and COVID that, outside of ATL and maybe Miami, clubs ain't really been popping. Nobody really out to buy those bottles. That was probably the main pickup he needed because that could go under real bad because of the season.
For sure.
Real bad.
It's just amazing that one of the biggest brands in the world being, LVMH, them owning Louis Vuitton, Moet, Fenty, and just a luxury lifestyle brand company, saw that like, yo, we need this.
Yeah, I remember back some time ago. I don't remember if Kanye used to like scream at the top of his lungs because he could never get a meeting with Bernard Arnault. Mm-hmm. Somebody need to give me a meeting, Bernard, just give me a meeting. And Bernard ain't never want to meet with him ever. He thought that his influence alone would get him a meeting in the door with him. I was like, this dude is a billionaire of the top luxury brand. He owns the top luxury brands. He doesn't have to meet with you.
Yeah, he's the number one billionaire in the world. I just saw.
Yeah. Oh, come on! You got to plug to every company. The other
everything
company is Kering. I think it's Kering that owns like Balenciaga and like Celine. That's the other, but they don't have. They're not really delved into that liquor. That liquor.
Yeah. LVMH, they go to another level with it. That's why it's so dope that they thought to acquire, half of that, half of Jay-Z's company. And Jay-Z's company is like a ground roots company.
It wasn't popular at the time. Yeah.
At all. It was a grassroots company. They really built up brick by brick. So shout out to Hov getting that.
That move last year at the Golden Globes was big too when he was sitting.
Amazing.
I think he was sitting with Jennifer Aniston or somebody, or Reese Witherspoon. Was like, here go a bottle of Spade. Because Spade is not even what they use at the Golden Globes. They use Moet. They
use Moet.
So that was kind of like, yo, bump with you.
Yeah, we got our own.
Or it could be another thing.
What's that?
They could have already been in bed together already. And that was the reason why it was okay for him to bring his own bottle in there.
Well, I saw an interview and Jay-Z was like, they were talking, Alexander Arnault, Bernard Arnault's son, who's like running it. He came to him like back in 2018, like, yo, we see you, big dog.
Oh, okay. All right.
We see you. We
So
want to
that
sit
also,
down.
that could also be the reason why he was able to bring
Yeah.
a bottle to the table, because you ain't
Yeah.
seen anybody bring
You can't.
another liquor to a table at the Golden Globes, especially because it's the only award show you can drink.
Right. Facts. So they know what he's doing. Shout out to him, man. Always, setting the bar higher and breaking new grounds for for black people, black business people.
Yeah, I peeped that, and also the credit program. So it's like if you're paying your Hulu or your
Yeah, I saw something about that.
You can improve your credit, which is like,
yeah, that's fire.
I wish that was around when I was getting out of college, man.
Bruh. I still got beef with Sally Mae over a couple of things.
Sally Mae, any bank that came up and sat on my campus and gave me that $3,000 credit limit on there, and I'm like,
man, they knew what they was doing when they seen us.
We was up King of Prussia in a hot bit, crazy, and we went to go get them Hot Pockets for the room at Walmart. You get all your stuff that you need for your room,
right?
That was good because I'm glad that card is paid off. Just to let everybody know, my credit
having good credit, my brother.
It is in good standing, so we're gonna do that. The credit is going up. Shout out to my man Hot. Definitely put me in with the repairs and everything. But
yes, sir. Shout out to Hot.
Yeah, and we gonna get to him too because he's a silent investor as well, but he don't even know it. But in the same time, we saw what's going on with Tiger, and
that was crazy. That just happened.
He just came off an injury as well, and then this happens. It's like, I don't got that much beef for Tiger. Like, it's Tiger, but at the same time, that's a bad luck.
That was a bad jump for Tiger. And he just had a documentary they put out, right? Not too long ago.
That's a whole other. The documentary, if you watch it, I watched a little bit of it, and they really put a lot of blame on his lifestyle change from being this like really intense golf player, being a student of the game to a player of the game, if you get what I mean. They were trying to say that he was hanging out with Mike too much.
Mike who?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, they gonna try to put it on Mike.
And Barkley, they was trying to say that literally he wasn't about that nightlife, but Mike and Charles are. They would shut down a nightclub back in the day real quick. And they were saying that because he was hanging with Mike and Chuck, his whole mindset changed. He thought he was the player now, which that's not even where he cut from. And it got him in a bad way.
Yo, here's the crazy part. I can't see Jordan in nobody club though, dog.
Hold on. Jordan's a GOAT, right?
Jordan's a GOAT,
but Jordan has the worst fits ever in life.
Jordan Lane, you would think that he walked into the Steve Harvey closet. Yep.
I've seen to this day one outfit that Mike wore that I was like, okay.
What was that?
He had it's still terrible, but it was dope for the time. He had on all denim. He had a denim shirt on with denim jeans. Well, denim is jeans, whatever. Denim pants. And he had a belt on with the shirt tucked in, but he had on these brown suede boots. And he was throwing at a White Sox game, I think.
And that's a Mike lay to you? That's good lay for Mike?
It was when Mike was Mike, and trust me, if you see it, he was thin, and it looked right at the time. Damn.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, man. It's like he garbage. Go ahead.
I've only seen Mike in one lay that I appreciated. And that was when they did the documentary on the Bulls, and he hopped out the Range Rover. Was it a Range Rover or Ferrari or Porsche? One of those. And he had like the blue Nike warm-up set on.
Okay, you heard what you just said. His gear, it's just like a pastor. Pastors always dress terribly outside church. They always had the worst fits. I've never seen a pastor that had a dope fit outside of church. Now, is there a suit game on Sunday? Depending on who the pastor is there a suit game on Sunday, right? Yes.
For sure.
But that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to transfer it. Mike was the same way. Mike was, I can ball and I can wear all the sportswear you can possibly give me, and I'll make Nike look dope. But can I shop for myself? No.
So that goes back to saying Like you can look at some of the ballers of of now. Like some of the fits, dog. That's not it.
Listen,
That's not it. Like I love Russell.
yeah, Russell's extreme.
I love Westbrook.
Russell's extreme.
Sometimes I'll be like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's not the lay for the night.
It,
I love Cam. I'll be like, bruh, you kid, like what? Come on, Cam. Like I understand you from Georgia, you from Atlanta, Southwest, where the apparently the west side of Atlanta is where the fashion pops off at. But Cam, some of these Jones ain't it. Yeah. I don't care what the name is.
Yeah, it's well, we already we talked about that. That doesn't mean you have taste because you have money.
Right.
So some things I think are just for shock value. Some things I just feel like it's just for when you walk down that hallway to the arena. It's just to be seen, to get that photo. Of course, now in this time and era, they pay attention to what every athlete is wearing now. But I don't know I don't think the standards were that high. I think at that time it was just like wear a suit because you were a professional. And then it transferred into that time where AI came in the game.
AI changed the whole culture, dog.
Changed the whole culture. You had Larry Hughes looking like a tall AI with 3XTs and tats and braids and
for sure, man.
More suits, nothing.
The hip hop culture had a lot of influence on sports, like in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
A lot of influence.
Yeah. I mean, you think about the whole Mitchell and Ness piece. That was like, now what's acceptable on a basketball court is now acceptable in a nightclub.
Right.
I remember I had it was the swing man, and then it was the authentic. So like somebody had the swing man and was really trying to put it off as an authentic.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a swing man because they got
not the real John. You wasted your money.
You wasted your money.
You could have just saved up. You should have just saved up and got the real joint. Yo, speaking of Cam was in the news. I'm sure you've seen it. Sports Center.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Young man, disrespecting Cam as an adult. Now, what do you think about that also? Because you got Cam, who's this major superstar, NFL player, 10 years, seasonal vet. And then you got a kid talking about, yo, that's why you're going to be a free agent next year. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah. He's got to be a role model, first of all. He is a role model at the end of the day, a highly paid role model. So I don't think anybody should disrespect you. I don't think anybody should. But again, like, this happened to Russell Westbrook too. Like, man, he said something back to the person.
Right.
I just feel like there's a certain way to show a classiness in the league, because there's far greater players than him that have been talked about harshly and people have said things to them in their face and they didn't respond. So
do you think that because I'm an athlete that I should just accept what people say about me, and due to the fact that I do make a whole hell of a lot of money and I am a public figure and I am quote unquote a role model, that I can't verbally defend myself either? Like, what's your take on that?
You're the star. If they put their hands on you, like Malcolm said, make sure that doesn't happen again. But at the same time, words, you have critics out there that say harsh things in newspapers. If it's Skip Bayless, Skip talks about LeBron like he has a hard on for him all the time. Like he don't let him live.
Yeah.
LeBron can take that some type of way. He could.
But we've had this conversation, and I think we both came to the conclusion that Skip been riding that wave so long, like he ain't got
he can't get off of it.
Now. Right, like
yeah, you can't,
because now everybody gonna call you, oh, Skip, you a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Which he is.
Yeah.
But
he said his motion already. He said it. He said it already.
Yeah, like it is what it is with Skip and his, perspective and all that. But I just feel like sometimes as an athlete, like even with rappers, like we put these guys on these pedestals. At the end of the day, they're people too. Now, yeah, your job is a way more high profile than probably 95% of the people in the world.
Okay.
I still don't feel like, you know, an athlete or entertainer of any, any genre should be subjected to verbal abuse, whether it's from a child who should really know their place, because besides Cam being who he is, that's still a grown ass man right there.
Why he give him that much time? That's my whole thing. Why you give somebody that much time? Like for real, we talked about Skip. Skip is at least, qualified to talk about sports. So if you get that from somebody that's qualified to talk about sports, why are you taking this and feeling some type of way from somebody that's in the stands that's not qualified, or wherever they are, that's not qualified? Man, later with it. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean,
the fact that he had to keep telling him I'm rich, you had to certify that to yourself. Yo,
yeah, that was come on, we know you rich, Cam.
We know you rich. So why you got to specify that to a child?
But that's part of, I think that's a defense mechanism, because the first thing I hear, if a millionaire has, money, and you talk and you really getting mad on, and that don't sticking, you know what I mean? Like, you really leaning on them with your words. Yeah. First thing, like, you broke. I'm rich.
You broke.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many times have you heard an argument with a female and somebody might be saying something to them, and the first thing they say to a brother is like, you broke. Because they know that for black men, that hit a little harder.
Oh, yeah.
That hit a little harder.
Yeah, yeah, it hits real hard.
That's like saying something about your mama. What?
Yo.
What you say?
Hey, that's the quickest thing. Somebody gonna have to wants to prove that they not broke.
Yes.
You know I was getting bread. You know what I was getting bread. No, stop. It's like 80 years ago. But yeah, the same thing. It happened to LeBron. And LeBron expressed it and said, I still have to think about it like this. I still go home to a spectacular life, and you still live the same life tomorrow.
At the end of the day, I am who I am, and I still live how I want to.
How I want to.
Yeah.
So you can say all you want to say about me. Who cares if I'm a free agent? I'm a free agent next year or whatever, but I'm still, he doesn't have to say he's rich, but I'm still 100 mil up or whatever, how much he got. Still doesn't matter. So, he just kind of get over what the naysayers say, and just
he'll be all right. Little bruise of the ego.
Yeah. But they also need to take from people that came before him. I don't know who has raised Cam Newton in the game. I don't know who his mentor is or who somebody he looks up to and asks questions for. He might be out on this journey himself and just be messing up along the way and making his own mistakes.
Yeah.
It's not everybody doesn't get a Steve Young had Joe Montana.
Right. That's true.
Brady had Bledsoe.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, somebody ahead of you that was like, yo, you know what? Don't even respond to that. That's
like,
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Definitely is. So what you drinking tonight, my brother?
Oh, I'm finally tapping into the rosé life.
Oh, Robert Rosé.
Dark Horse Rosé, California, dry, bright, and crisp. This is real smooth. It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a good sip. It's not,
I got this brand called Cupcake. It was produced in Italy, but the brand is called Cupcake. In the 10 years, I'm assuming. This is my first time ever having this. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
I like Cupcake Prosecco. They got a good one.
Oh, word. Yeah, I never had it.
I mean, if you do a brunch, you do your little mimosas. You get that.
That's the one to get.
Cost effective is good. Everybody's gonna be nice.
Nice. So yeah, I'm feeling this tonight, man. It's not bad. It's pretty smooth, and we all know William L loves a good rosé.
Yeah.
You already know. Robert Rosé's in the house.
Yeah, that's the new nickname.
Yeah, Robert Rosé.
That's the new nickname. So I'm on Instagram today, right?
Okay.
And it's my man Jay with the Lincoln.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, shout out to Jay. I forget what his name is on Instagram, but I think it's Thompson Street. But he always doing the resale, the essential, like the fair God stuff. He always posts like hot kicks. So today he posts some sneakers from I guess Ross, or TJ Maxx, whatever, and they looked like Balenciagas that are currently out right now. And they were Skechers. And something hit me. First of all, the design is exactly the same. Like, I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, you should.
The design is exactly the same. And it took me back, like when I was in Paris and I went to this little corner store and I saw the template for the Balenciaga trainers. So, like, I'm gonna show you this one here, and I guarantee you. So this here, right?
Boom. That looks like a Balenciaga.
This is the Balenciaga. You see the stamps? This is the tissue.
Yeah.
Oh, everything. Boom. This is the exact shoe they have in the corner store, like the equivalent of Bodega in Paris. They sell them. They got 20 on the rack, and it's the same thing. It's just not this on the back. It's not this. And I don't know what it is in euros, but it's not $565.
The fact that they sell sneakers in the corner store is just spectacular.
That's spectacular. Yo, it blew my mind. I went to go get something, and I was like, hold on. I said, yo, that looks just like the Balenciaga. And he was like, yeah, well, all the templates are made in Europe. So what those companies do is just stamp their name on it. I mean, I think some people know that, but some people don't. It's like just a stamp that's making the difference.
It's so crazy that it's not even the fact that you buy quality anymore. Like, people really do buy the name, because that same exact sneaker, you can find it on ASOS. Maybe we're not without saying Balenciaga or anything like that, but it's the exact same sneak. Like we were talking about, what's the guy's name? He has the Air Force One silhouette.
There's a whole, it's Hender Scheme. It's Hender Scheme but Hender Scheme does a higher level of leather though.
Yeah,
and that's what puts them at the price point but they don't even put a Nike sign on it. It's just the Jordan layup, the Jordan template, Presto template, but it's high end leather, and it's like a $700 difference.
But it's crazy because that you can just take the same sneaker and add a different name to it, and then the price point just shoots up, and you can walk past somebody like, yo, that's the same sneaker right there. Just don't say like Balenciaga or Louis Vuitton, anything like that. But it's legit the same kicks.
Yeah.
It's the same shoe. Yeah. So it's like, does the name really matter?
I think it's the lifestyle that people attribute that
they associate the name with.
Associates with, yeah. It's that. I also think it's what people think that you have when you buy those things. Because if it's about style, like that actual Balenciaga I was looking, that wasn't. They're horrible. The newer ones are horrible, and I have some too. But I mean, at the same time, like it's either a look that or a Balenciaga that you wouldn't quite think was the popular one, or it's something that goes with a certain look. But if we going off the ones like those dad sneakers, come on. They're heavy, they clunky, and anybody that has, I wear size 12. Anybody that wears big feet, you can't really appreciate it because now you just are showcasing your feet are big now.
Yeah, I can't get with those sneakers.
They look good on girls though. I ain't gonna hold you. They look good on girls.
Do they really though?
If they put the look together, because I've seen some dumb looks, but I was saying if the girl, like I see Tracy Ellis Ross wear them, and they look right the way she rocks it, dope. But again, it's for her. It's more so like the layer. She wear the names though.
So it's not really the sneaker that makes it look dope. It's the person wearing it. Then
it's the person wearing it.
Because I've seen that particular shoe on people, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's not it." Like they look like if they had to run right now, like they would trip over their own feet.
Yeah, but you and I both understand, like in terms of trends and things that's it comes and goes. Like.
It's a full circle.
Payless had what was the sneakers? They were supposed to be Barclays, but they were Attack Force.
Yo, true story. True story, dog.
You had a pair of Attack Forces? Let's go. No, if you go.
I can actually show you the actual Barkley sneaker. I wish it was down here.
I know what you're talking about.
It was the 96 Phoenix Jones. So boom. I'm like, yo, these Jones drop. I'm on my mom hills. Like, yo, I gotta get these Jones, mom. Whatever I need to do. Rake, cut the grass, whatever I need to do, I gotta get these Jones. Mom comes in from work with a sneaker box. It's lit. It's lit. Open them Jones up. I'm like, oh, she got the joints. Then I look close. I'm like, wait, that don't say Nike. That say Air Tech. The fuck, mom? I had me looking crazy on the first day of school, dog.
First day of school.
You know, first day of school is like prom night. You
coming out with everything.
You putting everything out the day before. You go to sleep just to wake up early.
That's the one and only day that you do wake up early in anticipation to go.
Come on now.
There's a struggle, but that day, you had to have your fit right. And at that time, if we were a tight denim wearing community at that time, a lot of kids would have got exposed. Your denims, because your jeans had to fall over your sleeves. If your pants wasn't baggy enough, at that moment you was getting clowned. It's the
Jones ain't sag right. You was a walking target.
You wear your pants on your waist.
Like whose man's is this?
Who that? Yeah.
He ain't sitting in this group.
Man,
he ain't at this right table. So no, look. So boom, I open the box. I look. I'm like, yo, these Joneses. These ain't it. These is not it. So my mom was like, yo, what do the ones that you want look like? So I showed her a picture or whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, they look the same. And if you put it close enough to each other, they did look the same.
Yeah.
But this is how, so I put them on. I'll get to it. I put them on, go to school. My mom finessed me into thinking that nobody's going to know because they do look the same. Because, you know, as we said, the jeans were baggy enough where the cuff of the jean will fall over just right.
Yeah, you be missing all.
You never know unless someone tried to expose you. So I'm in there.
Don't sit at the desk too long.
First day of school. I walk in. Everybody like, oh, Will got the Barclays. Okay, well, okay. And you know, there's always that one nut. There's always that one nut.
Always.
I don't remember his name, but I remember his face.
And he put you on blast.
I'm going to get him if I ever see him in these streets. And we going to have this conversation. So I'm like walking through, I'm like, yo, no one really knew. Like, mom was right.
Yeah.
Main man comes like, oh, well, let me see them Jones. This is when they checked the tag back in the day, made sure you was legit. Man,
we talked about that with the Tommy shirts.
Main man pulled my cuff up, Rob, and wanted, let me see them Jones. Oh, chill. He looked at them Jones.
Oh, put you on blast.
She was like, those ain't the Barclays.
Whole school know that.
Say Air Attack, and on those particular Barclays, this is detail. So the official Jones had the plastic loop. Mm-hmm. So the Air Attacks had the metal silver John. Boy was like, those ain't the real Jones. Mm-hmm. Will got fake Barclays on.
Yo.
Ruined my whole day, dog. Everybody got on me after that. I couldn't get out of school fast enough. Fuck recess. I'm out. I'm not waiting. Yo, the grind session was so bad.
What you wear the next day?
Huh?
What you wear the next day?
Yeah, I had this is when
sport those for a while.
This is when British Knights was out too.
Okay, well that told the line because British Knights was popping, but then people was calling them Burger Kings too.
See what I'm saying? But if you remember, the British Knights had the same silhouette as the Air Force Ones.
It did.
So boom, I had them Jones on because at least I could get away with those. But those is like my go out sneaks. But I had to like redeem myself Yo, it was a bad joint, man. They got on me pretty bad. I never forget that.
Yeah, I think there was nothing more rewarding than earning my own dollar so that it was not contingent upon my mother to make a sneaker choice for me. Like literally, in the beginning, it was. I mean, my mom kept me fly, but at the same time, when it was economically needed, she would go that route. She was like, "Yo, we on the Payless." I'm like, "Yo, no," and I wanted my Jordans, I wanted my Pippins, and I think it just, that's when Pippins was hot at the time.
Yeah.
And like Sean Kemp's, at that time was
you said the Sean Kemp's?
Yeah, the Kamikaze.
Oh, he went back.
Yeah. So Jason Kids. So when you came through, there was always a discount version of whatever was hot at the time.
I had the discount version, dog.
I had it, but then what propelled me to say, it's gotta change. Going from 5th grade into 6th grade, I started sweeping up a shop, right there on Ogontz Avenue.
Yeah,
sweeping up hair, bro, just to get some extra cash so I can put toward the sneakers. Because if it was just on my, no, you're not getting them.
Yo, main man exposed me. What was your first job? Was it sweeping at the barbershop?
Yeah, that was it. It was the gentleman that owned it. It was an old head. It's funny. His I guess his daughter lived out in Cali and lived next door to OJ.
What?
Really? Like he went out to visit his daughter and like took pictures in the driveway. Like,
where was that? Brigington? Is that where OJ was
from? I forget the name of the town, but you
close. Brown live out there now, though, right?
Yep, they all live down. Yeah, yep.
Yo, my first official job, right? True story. So I was working at ShopRite because I went to King in the business program I was in. They had like an affiliation with ShopRite on Cheltenham, and the way it was set up, it was like you could get your working papers and work at ShopRite. So I'm working at ShopRite, and I was bagging groceries. I hated the register. I never wanted to be inside. Plus, it's the summertime. I ain't trying to be in here bagging up no groceries or working the register. I'm trying to be outside catching these tips on the low. So I'm outside working, and I was getting paid, dog. I felt like I was running numbers because they was tipping me crazy. And the manager came in and hated on me. He was like, "Yo, I need you inside." I'm like, "Inside for what?" He's like, "Yo, you gotta hop on the register." I was like, "No, I don't do the register, bro." He like, "No, you gotta go inside. You out here too much." I'm like, "No, that's where they stationed me at. Like, I don't do the register." Yeah. He's like, "Yo, you either come inside or you can go home." I was like, "All right, then I see you." Walk right the fuck up out there.
You bounce. No, I ain't hitting that register. So I ain't hitting that register.
I'm done. I'm like, this ain't for me. So then I started working at McDonald's, and I only worked at ShopRite for 3 days, dog. Okay. 3 days.
3 days.
Knew it wasn't for me. So my first official job was at McDonald's. And I remember I got my first check, and I seen that check. I was like, "Oh, I ain't never asking my mother for no sneakers again." I was like, "I ain't never asking." It's lit, dog. I had every Jordan that was out. Yeah, big stepping.
I feel like back then, I feel like kids got more to spend on now because I feel like back then it was work for sneakers and tokens.
Sneakers and tokens?
Yeah. To go to school, like to go back and I just wasn't trying to take that money out like of my parents' pocket. Like, of course, when I wasn't working, my mom gave me token money, stuff like that, or grandmother. But at the same time, like that was all you were really responsible for because we didn't have cell phones yet. So you wasn't paying for your own cell phone bill.
No, we had the Nokia, the little Nokia.
That's later. That's later. We didn't have that in junior high and high school. Mm-hmm. It was you still had to memorize somebody's number.
Isn't that crazy now that you had to memorize this? Just thinking about Hey, you had to know numbers off the top of your head.
Yeah, you had to know numbers. You had to have a pen.
And now you really rely on your phone. Like, you remember that? Write your number down for me. Who's doing that anymore? Put your number on this paper for me. I'm gonna call you later. What time?
Somebody do that now.
Nobody's doing that.
No, I'm saying, what if there's a kid now that just literally didn't have
that just was super old school like that?
Yeah, and he said it like that. Yo, write your number down. And the girl probably like, what? Man, get out of here.
Yeah, but that'd be kind of play though. I that's kind of play. Like, yo, write your number down.
You had it on one little strip of paper, and you didn't lose that either. You made sure.
God forbid that your thumb is wet and it go across that ink. You're like, oh no, is that a 5 or is that a 2?
No, don't let you forget that number in those jeans or those pants. And then when it went in the wash,
ooh,
yeah, and now that thing is it's disintegrated.
It's gone.
Done.
Damn.
Back in the days. So I was just thinking about, like, right now with the state of, the seasons changing, I see, like, the weather's going to be getting a little bit different before we know it. I know we had a lot of snow, but once it get hot, it's going to be a problem again. People are not going to want to be inside, right?
I ain't going to want to be inside.
Exactly. So where does the city go back to? Like, what are people going to do? Like, up here, I'm just saying, up here, I know that, there's outside, day parties, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you handle that?
In Philly, I don't know, bro. It's kind of, because I feel like, the one thing about this city is that every club gets shut down. That's been an ongoing trend. Like, any club in Philadelphia that's been popping has always gotten shut down. So there's really kind of like nowhere to go. So now the new thing is hookah lounges, right? So you're going to probably have more hookah lounges popping up now, more outdoor hookah lounges. Mm-hmm. But yeah, bro, I don't know, man. Like, I might be up in New York more this when it get warm.
Bro, everything, the Clico polo match, I don't know if they're going to have that.
Oh, man, I heard that so awesome. I wanted to go last year. My sister went before. She's like, yo, this song is amazing.
It's, another vibe. It's
a whole nother vibe. Yeah.
Whole other vibe. And then you really see how people step out, like, really with the outfits, man. They be good, crazy. Yeah, the ladies be fly too, crazy. So we don't know, if they're gonna have that, but I'm just want to see, like, how this COVID and pandemic thing plays out in terms of how people feel different about being around one another.
Yeah,
like we see in other places, it look like they don't even care.
Atlanta,
wearing no mask, nothing.
Atlanta, dog. Let me tell you, that thing wide open. Like, you wouldn't even know they shut down.
I didn't think so.
If you in Atlanta, you wouldn't even think that they knew what a COVID was, bro.
No, I know that part because I saw that LeBron was going off about the
All-Star game.
All-Star game, yeah.
Yeah,
but All-Star game was one night this year, like,
which is the first time ever. And then my thing is,
everything is in one night,
right? But then, of all places, why would you pick Atlanta?
I have no idea. And to be real with you, this is what I think. It's still a money game.
Oh, facts.
As much as NBA wants to say we're not the ones throwing this event, we're not the one that's doing this event.
We all know better.
But we're hosting it at the arena. They're trying to separate it. We're at the Phillips Arena, but you already know them guys gonna be out there. It's gonna be parties.
Oh, it's gonna be lit. For at least one night, 2 nights, it's gonna be crazy.
Ruggs gonna be down there with a party. Kenny Smith. Oh snap, Kenny Smith. I know Kenny Smith ain't watching this, but it's funny. This is some years ago. Chris came up to New York for what year was that? 2015, 16 when it was Brooklyn and Manhattan. It was Madison, and the Barclay.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to my cousin Chris. You always say the name because this is how the connection has come to all the viewers and subscribers. This is how this relationship has started, coming through my cousin. But we up there, we partying, and we hitting every place imaginable. And one of my homies that's down in Texas now, down in Austin, a police officer down there, he was like a party promoter, and they were doing a collab party with Kenny the Jet Smith. And we in there.
I can already see this going left.
And we are toasted. It's probably one of the coldest nights. And we run into Antoine Walker. And if anybody knows that doesn't know basketball, Antoine Walker is an all-star. He played for Kentucky?
College?
Yeah.
I believe it was Kentucky.
I think he's from Kentucky. I think he played for Kentucky. But either way, he was the man. Him and Paul Pierce was unstoppable at the time in Boston. And you probably remember Evelyn Lozada as well.
Yeah.
Was with him and basically skedaddled once the money went out the window. But his thing was he made bad investments. That was his thing.
But what's a bad investment though? Like
he said he bought a lot of properties, didn't know really much about real estate, all that. Tried to buy property back in his home or wherever, but didn't work out. And he had big contracts. The crazy part is we're in this party, and Chris asks him once he's taking a picture with him, "Yo, how you blow all that money?"
Antoine Walker.
You can't ask dude that. He said, "No, for real. How you blow all that money?" He was like, and he gave him an answer. Hey, man.
Yo, that's one of them Johns. Like, I'm like, wait, what you say?
Yo,
how I blow what?
I forget how much his contract was for back then. But it was a lot.
It was a lot of money. It was a big contract.
Yo, and I think we saw everybody. I think I saw everybody act foolish that weekend. Like, I mean, on another level of foolishness. Like, people don't understand. And this is New York. I've been to one other All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of that one, well, I'm sorry, I'll say two because I was in Philly for the Philly one, but that was a whole other thing.
Yeah.
As old as I wasn't as old yet, to be frequent in all the spots. But we went down there and we ran into Safari off the breakup with Nikki. Safari asked Chris for a photo. Hey, come take this photo with me. And then Chris like, yo, but I'm Team Meat though.
But how do you ask somebody? It's funny.
You would think it's the reverse.
Chris superstar on the low.
I guess that that day was a day party. We was out there like from 2 to like 11, and we still had another day left. It was crazy. And Safari comes it turns into a night party. So Safari coming in, and he just kind of grabbed him as we leaving. He's like, "Hey, yo, take a picture with me." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Cool." He said, "But I'm Team Meat though." It's like
Safari just wanted that picture and care.
I don't know why, but at the same
anything for the fun, man.
It was funny though.
I don't really have any stories like that. I mean, I got some stories. They kind of crazy though. But so all right.
Look, he got himself ready for like, all right.
I'm just trying to like formulate this story in my mind, whereas though. Okay, so it was this girl, this young lady, and I'm over her crib or whatever, and this is years ago,
Okay, how long ago?
What's the statute of limitations?
7.
Okay, so this is about 8, 9.
Okay,
all right. So I'm over there, and another buddy of mine, and we walk in there, and we like smell a little funny in this joint, like what is that? what what is that? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's not a dog. That doesn't smell like a canine. I'm like, it don't smell like a cat. So we sitting there, and next thing we see this thing shoot across the floor. We're like, oh, what is that? What is that?
It was a rat. Don't tell you it was a rat.
No, Shorty had a ferret just running around.
A ferret?
Like, man, like, yo, we gotta go. I gotta get it. Like, this John was like rambunctious, dog. Like, you ever see somebody come home to their dog and their dog is just so joyful to see them. Just so
this is a little rat. This is a little rat, like
a little rat the size of a Max's cheesesteak, dog. Like this little, and I'm like, what is that?
Nah.
She like, oh, it's my ferret. In my mind, I'm thinking, who has a pet ferret as a grown ass adult?
Nobody. No. Well,
right
no. I don't know that.
And it was like moving. Like that John was like,
nah. You bounce. So you bounce. You bounce.
Oh no, I rolled.
Oh, that right there. I'm
bounce.
Because that tells me you not. I don't know. If that thing just running around the house, that tells me what else. What are you letting that thing run around the house for? What other reasons? Nah. Mm-mm.
For one, why does it smell like a ferret in this John? Are you giving your animal too much freedom? Yeah. And if you just say, "Oh, it's a ferret," it's a what? A ferret?
Nah. And she said it like it's regular.
That's a glorified squirrel you got jumping out this month. Like what? Yeah. Nah, I'm out.
Nah, my brother-in-law, he always says when he smells certain things in people's homes, he's like, I need to see things. That's always his term. Like, I need to see some things. And he really means like, first of all, I need this place to be clean. And I need this for like a home. He said, I need to see some things. So every time he says that, I'm like, oh, this place ain't right. He's like, oh, I need to see things, man. That ain't.
You have to see something in somebody's house and act like you don't see it.
Oh,
but your whole demeanor changes and shit. Like you sit straight up. Like you went from leaning back to be like, no, I'm good. I don't need nothing at all. I'm good. I'm about to leave. Like your posture is like.
That's a very easy decision for me. It's real easy, like straight up. And I know some people don't live in the best, whatever. If you don't, just don't invite people. That's part of that is hospitality. So if your place is not right, just don't. And I've seen that too. I haven't had a ferret situation, but I've been over a girl's house who had mice running around, and she gonna act like she didn't hear it by turning up the TV volume. No, first of all, the movie's not that loud. You gonna try to act like it's rustling in the potato chip bag in the kitchen, and you hear him on the hardwood floor in the living room just running back and forth. I was like, yo, what's that? She's like, huh? What? Nah.
You know what? How? What? I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know, and then you gonna try to keep the lights out so that I don't see things running. No, turn the lights up so I can see them. Once the lights went up, brother, it was a safari in that thing. Literally.
Yo, I remember when I was younger, right? I was young, staying at my mom's crib. Summertime, it was this joint I was talking to, bro. I never forget it. And she was an all right John for a young boy. I was like, damn, that's good money right there. I must have been fresh out the barbershop when I grabbed this one. Man, she came over my mother's house, took her sneakers off. I was like, why are your socks dirty?
Ooh.
Total turn off.
You know what?
I was like, my mother about to come home pretty soon. So I don't know if you want to be here. Yo, her socks were dirty. Like, okay. So, okay.
I always, and I know there's some dirtball dudes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I always never really expect a woman.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know, and I'm not saying that, and I really want to specify that, like, I'm clean, I don't play none of that. But at the same time, I just, you know, there's some foul dudes. I understand that. But I just never really expect a woman to be nasty or foul. I just feel like
dirty socks.
To smell good and be, you know, prissy.
It's like you expect a certain
Yeah.
I expect certain things.
Even
Yo,
if you're a rough girl, just you can always smell good.
bro, them Johns was dirty, dog. And this is how bad it was, right? Because it wasn't like this. How you know the socks was real dirty, because it wasn't like it was a white sock. It was like a colorful sock, like a print. And I looked at them Johns, and I was like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on with your socks, sis? Like, I was like, you know what? This is a sign from God that says I wouldn't do this if I was.
You gotta go. I gotta go.
She had.
I gotta go.
You had to go. Dirty socks.
Dirty socks. No, it's funny you said. At my job, some of the counselors would be sitting out there on the floor on testing days, and we had one of our security officers, and he had on some Air Forces, and you could like smell his feet through the Air Forces.
Oh, see.
And we was like, and so people that was on the floor was kind of like, no, I don't smell nothing. I was like, well, leave the floor, come back with a fresh nose. I guarantee you it'll hit you.
Yo, dig it. So in high school, right, at King, and I ain't gonna say no names, but
no, don't ever say names. We just
when you go to the gym, for dudes, you share lockers sometime or whatever.
Oh,
like I'm gonna put my stuff in your locker because it's no open lockers. I ain't got my lock. I'm just gonna throw my stuff in here real quick. Boom. All right, cool. It was this one particular guy, dog. His feet smell so bad, bro. So bad. It used to be like yo, almost said his name, but
no. Again, this is high school though, so give some people some grace. It's high school. A lot of people learn themselves.
Nah. There ain't no way he gonna get a pass for this one, bro. Ain't no way in God's green earth that this man's feet should have smelled this bad.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody used to be like, yo, such and such feet stank. Like, they ain't say that. I'm trying, edit myself for the show and all, but no one wanted to share a locker with me, man.
Oh.
He used to say, like, y'all got room in my joint, but like, nah, man, I ain't even gonna do gym today. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they out there running around. So he looking like, but he said he wasn't doing gym today. Like, nah, bro, your locker was horrible, B.
Bumping.
Nigga, bro, what?
Hey, listen, let's take this time right here, because I know we don't have a guest this week. It's just kind of us kicking it this week, guys. But at the same time, we want you to know that we believe in the highest form of bodily care you could possibly have. These are stories, literally, of once upon in our lives where we have come in contact with that. But I'm just being real. For every gentleman that listens to this, and for every lady, take the time to make sure that you are at the top of your cleanliness, because especially if you're a lady, you're looking for a special someone, that man is looking at everything, and then vice versa.
Especially your socks, shorty.
Listen, everything. And the woman is looking at everything too, fellas. So, make sure you say that she don't really care about that. She may not be saying that to you, but she talk about that with her girls.
Yo, you ever know somebody that had bad breath you was talking to, and you offer them like a gum or a mint, and they say like, no, I'm good. And you be like, bruh, please just take it. Like, listen, you killing me.
The days of growing up in church, and you sitting in the aisle with one person. And that's why I always love the older women, the older ladies. They always had a mint in their bag. Always. They never went without mints. They always had everything you needed for a 3-hour sermon in their bag.
Good for having mints, man.
Yeah, mints, tissues, a little snack, something. Boom.
Tables of the world.
Yeah, and you smelling the chicken downstairs in the basement being fried. They making sure you good. But at the same time, I used to work with this guy. I could smell his breath when he stood in front of me. In meetings, that he would be talking to the person, and it would kick back. That's how bad. Like, anybody in that vicinity could get all of the air of that. And I was like, there's something intestinal. It's something inside you
Got to be a rotten something going on.
It's something rotten inside, because it should not be coming up like that, especially when you have a mint in your mouth.
1 mint ain't enough.
1 minute ain't enough, I guess. But he take a salt bath in his mouth or something, because that thing was crazy.
Hygiene isn't, but I don't see how grown men still have hygiene issues. Like, it's like, and it's not like, excuse me, it's not like they have like some type of other, mental health issue going on.
Yeah.
Like no, bro. Like, you gotta know. Like, you gotta know that you having those Balenciagas or that Louis Vuitton.
That don't mean nothing.
Means nothing at this point with your breath smelling like that.
Yeah.
It smells like a horror movie's in your mouth, sir. What is going on?
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. Unless that's all she's going for, which that shows you the caliber of the woman it is. But at the same time, if that's all she's going for is based off the clothes that you had, but not yet
the superficial
stuff up. Oh nah, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not happening. So, ladies, as I said before, gentlemen, let's take care of ourselves,
please.
Caviar conversations. We clown, but we talk serious about that type of stuff too.
We care.
Not a game. And for our future events that we have coming up, please come correct, because our events is going to be fresh. They're going to be something to come, and also the network. And I would hate for someone to want to give you the walk away or the shrug or to ask her girlfriend to stand by her all night because she doesn't want you to come over her and give her your number. So let's just think about that.
That's something to think about.
Let's think about. So next week we got a guest coming on next week. I don't want to say what that's about. We got a guest coming on next week. We're gonna talk about some grapes. Let's just say that. We're gonna talk about some.
Yeah, that's a great
that grape life.
That great life.
That great life. Ooh, I can't say that too because I live in New Jersey. You say that, people think you talking gang talk. Nah, I'm talking about
for real.
Oh yeah, you say, where you from? Great. It get intense.
You can't even say certain fruits are in your neighborhood.
Can't say a fruit, man.
Like, yo, let me get those grapes. What?
Yeah,
what's
not that fruit. Not that fruit. Nah. But we gonna talk about the vine, the grape of the vine. The vine.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about. And some other things as well. Again, we want you to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the subscribe red button, give us notes, give us clean descriptions of what you would like to see, meaning just don't be hating. Give us some viable, real criticism, things that we could put toward making ourselves better, which we want to do. And again, we just starting out here, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get more intense as it goes on because we are committed to what we are doing here.
Thanks. And we're going to start going live on the social media too when we have our shows. So y'all can really tune in to real time.
Yes. Caviar moment.
Yes.
The caviar moment. Of course, I'm still playing with that caviar roost.
Man.
I'm gonna go invest in another different brand just to give it a little bit more of a
twist. Yeah, I need to invest into a different brand
too. But I have been trying different ones. So this is the white rose, and the other one was the salmon roll. This was
salmon roll, yeah.
So this is different. And this is a little bit more kind of like an applesauce type of feel to it.
It's a little more
taste.
Not thick. It's not as thick as the other.
But it's like it
yeah.
The way it spreads is kind of like applesauce,
Right. I feel out of sorts without my caviar tonight.
Oh, well, toast your glass. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll fill it up too.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. So, to everyone, I hope everyone's week is gonna go to what they wanted to be, and also we want you guys to strive hard. We're not just doing this just for the giggles. We want to really invest in and do something different. And again, the conversation can only be extended by you as well, being a part of it, bringing your notoriety, bring what you know about, what you're intelligent and you can speak upon, and we will craft that out and we'll talk about it here and we'll have a good dialogue. So we want you to feel free to be a part of this movement. This is Caviar Conversations. We're gonna have our caviar moment. Caviar moment. Oh yeah.
I get my shoulders going right there.
Smooth.
Yes, sir. And please do hit us up on social media, Sartorial King, Sir William L. Slide in our DMs and just let us know. Give us some feedback, some topics that you guys want to hear us talk about.
Yes.
Let's continue to carry it how we carrying it.
I am ready for some Caviar gear.
Facts. Yeah, me too, man.
This summer, that's all I'm wearing. I'm just wearing that. Kicks. That's it. Any trip I'm taking, that's all I'm wearing. Boom. You know, so we're gonna be fly this summer too. So it's gonna be
we're gonna get it right.
We're gonna get it right. Yeah.
Whole movement out here.
So to everyone this evening, we bid you adieu, but we bid you to be blessed and to keep moving in your greatness. And this is Caviar Confessions. Ooh, Caviar Confessions. Caviar Conversation.
Look, Caviar Confessions might be
that's another one. That's another one. That's another one. Caviar Confessions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir. That might get a little crazy. Caviar Confessions. Man.
I know.
We can talk about a few things if we talk about confessions. There is a statute of limitations, right? What'd you say? 2001? Oh, I got some stories.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. I can talk about that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we fools up here. We fools. We don't care. This is organic. This is what we about. This is for you too as well. So again, Caviar Conversations. Please be blessed. Have a good week.
Caviar for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, bubble bath.